Action.
So the impeller turns, the motor shaft turns. What we have to do is stop the motor shaft from turning. In order to do that, we need to go back to the rear of the motor. Remove the starter capacitor. And you can expose the shaft to the motor. Take a 7/16 wrench and secure the shaft. Now the shaft isn't going to spin when we go back to the front of the motor and remove the impeller. The impeller turns to the left, counterclockwise, comes right off. Now there you have it, your shaft seal. Part 1, Part 2. One thing you want to do as soon as you remove your Hayward impeller is inspect the threads on the inside of the impeller. These impellers, after years, the threads on the inside of the impeller will get worn, so it'll be necessary to replace the impeller. This is a very common problem with this type of pump. So, here's our seal. We're going to stand the motor up on its end, gently remove the white ceramic part of the seal. We have our new seal here.
Part number?
This particular pump takes the AS201, or the Hayward 1521 is another number for this seal.
So the SPX 1521?
Right. That's correct. So this is the side that goes on the impeller. This is the side that goes into the pump.
Which way?
Which is basically the seal housing.
Ceramic white up.
What we're going to do is take very careful steps not to touch the ceramic part of the seal. The white ceramic should be set right in, and it should slip right in. What you want to do is take your nut driver or a screwdriver and gently push the seal into place. Now, we're going to remove the seal from the impeller side of the seal. Grab a hold of it and pull it off. Make sure that the little rubber boot didn't stay on the impeller. Therefore, you'll think, well, you know, we have the wrong impeller here, it's not going to work. You have to make sure that all of the seal comes off. After these seals get worn, some of these parts will have a tendency to stay in, including the little rubber boot around the other half. Now, again, be careful not to touch the ceramic part of the seal, because the way these seals work, it's ceramic against ceramic. So as long as we remember that, we know our seals are going to go in the right place. So this seal will go onto the impeller with a nice twist and a push. And we're in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the impeller, return it to the shaft,
screw it in,
turn it to the right to tighten it, and then, of course, the shaft will begin to spin when the impeller gets tight, so we have to secure the back of the shaft and tighten the impeller down. Hand tight is good enough. When this motor turns on, it's going to spin clockwise, therefore tightening the impeller the rest of the way. So there's no need to use your channel locks to secure the impeller. We're going to replace the impeller ring, put it right back. We're going to take our old seals, throw them in the garbage can, and begin to reassemble the pump. Again, it goes together the same way it came apart. We're going to put the front housing right in front of the pump. We're going to replace our diffuser, inspect the diffuser O-ring, make sure that that's okay. And most of these diffusers have the word top. We're going to take that diffuser and we're going to put it right back in place. Snaps right in. No screws, no locks, nothing like that. Then we take our motor and slip it right back into the housing. We take our 9/16 bolts and we tighten them in a star pattern. You never, ever want to, tighten the top, then tighten the bottom, then tighten one side. You want to tighten in a star pattern to make sure it's nice and sealed all the way around at an even rate. Be sure all your washers are in place. That'll prolong the life of your pump housing and seal plate. If all of your 9/16 bolts are not tight in a star pattern, you can almost be guaranteed the pump is going to have a drip or a leak when you're done. So once they're all tight, tighten them again.
What about the housing and the capacitor?
Time to wire the motor back up, replace the capacitor. And that's how you replace the impeller and the seal on your Hayward swimming pool pump.